In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to manage your files using the FileZilla FTP client. Let's begin by first taking a look at the user interface. Notice that on the left-hand side, you have a tree menu representation of all of your files and folders in your local machine. Clicking on the computer icon, you will see a list of all your hard drives.